What's up everybody? Welcome back to Copper Cactus DIY. I'm Jen, and in today's video, I'm going to attempt to make over this rusty, dusty, and crusty old metal fire pit table. I got my cardio in for the week with this one, that's for sure. And if you like watching a lot of fails before a win, then just stay tuned. The top cage lid thing is pretty rusty, and the bowl itself has seen some better days too. I've finished this table before, but I'm trying a few new methods to see what, if anything, can bring this thing back to life. I'm starting with water on everything. Since it's been outside so long, there's all kinds of cobwebs and bird poop. Not to mention the thick layer of desert dust that coats anything we leave outside for too long in Phoenix. I read an article in Architectural Digest that suggested a paste of baking soda and water could be a good rust remover, and I've got tons of baking soda on hand because I use it to clean. So I sprinkled on a generous amount and added water until it was a thick paste. The article suggested leaving it for about 10 minutes. That made for some fun footage. Where are we at here? 20, that's like 13 minutes, that's about right. We're gonna scrub it now and see what happens. The air's open. It works, but I don't think it's gonna. Well, I mean, you can see it's taking off some, but no. It's not gonna do it. But I kept scrubbing anyway. Hey, a girl can hope. Alright, let's see if it's sort of working. No. It's not even sort of working. It did sort of work, but not enough. So I grabbed the stuff I used the last time I did a refresh on this fire pit table, lemon and coarse sea salt. I sprinkled on some salt, added the acidic lemon juice, and started scrubbing. The salt melted pretty quick, so I added a bit more, and scrubbed again. It's kind of shining up a little. Probably more lemon than salt. It was shining up a little bit, so I didn't want to give up hope just yet. I even donned the kitchen gloves so I could really get into another tough scrubbing, but I could tell anything coming off was more about the lemon juice than the salt scrub. So what I think I'll do then is just do some acidic wash on the top and the sides, anywhere down here, and then yeah, call it a day. No salt, just lemon. So I took the lemon and worked some juice along the whole top of the table, but sadly this was my only lemon and I could tell it was just gonna dry too fast. I left it for a couple minutes, then washed off all the acid with the garden hose. I still wasn't sure what to do yet, so I grabbed some steel wool and tried to remove all of the loose rust. Then I gave it another rinse. And it looked okay, so I hatched a plan. If it wanted acid and scrubbing power, I figured, why not try some white vinegar and baking soda? I sprinkled on baking soda, then sprayed it with a spray bottle at a 50-50 vinegar to water ratio. I smooshed the clumps, added more soda, added more liquid, and smooshed. Alright, I'm going to leave this now for about maybe 5 to 10 minutes just to give it an idea, or to give me an idea of what is going to happen once this chemical reaction completes, but you can already see it's definitely pulling some of like the rust color up, so something is coming up with this. I'm really just fingers crossed, and I'm going to be using heavier weight steel wool to start and then probably finalizing with a lighter steel wool. I started with my coarse steel wool and really put some muscle into scrubbing. I could see rusty colors moving around, but nothing from the top seemed to budge.
I think what I already got is like already getting gross again.
Alright, let me get the actual vinegar. Just gonna do a little bit. I mean, look at how that just chews into the rust right there. I just don't think it's gonna work. But again, I continued trying.
I'm gonna end up damaging the metal.
So I concentrated on the corner, but
I think it might just be too far gone, everybody.
And apparently I never learn. So I pulled out the fine steel wool to give that a try.
Okay, screw this. This is the part where I realize this thing has been outside for about 8 years now. I think it's just too far gone at this point. Alright, I'm gonna just wash this off. I guess somehow try to avoid getting rust on my lawn, and I have a backup plan.
I used the coarse steel wool on the entire base, especially everywhere I saw rust. I wasn't trying to fully remove the rust though, I wanted to remove anything loose or surface. And as I did that, I started thinking, the top couldn't be copper, because copper doesn't rust. Then I washed it all down one last time. But I didn't want more rust, so I dried it with a towel. That plan B I mentioned a minute ago, I'll be spray painting this entire piece. My dream had been to spray the base only and leave the top a nice shiny copper, which I think would have looked so sweet. But the 8 years of grime baked on under our Arizona sun had other plans. And when I flipped this thing to remove the top, my suspicions were actually confirmed. The top looked to be either aluminum or steel, not made of copper. I was just thankful the screws weren't rusted into place. I'm using this Krylon High Heat Max spray coating. It says no errors on the can, something I appreciate. Not only that, but it's specifically rated for fire pits, and each coat dries in about 10 minutes. The can instructions say to recoat either within 4 hours or in 7 days, so I knew I could get this done in a couple of hours. I used light sweeping motions, and I started with the base upside down so I could get the best coverage. Then I moved on to the top and let it dry. I came back about 15 minutes later and did the second coat. After another 15 or so minutes, I flipped the base to do coat 3. I tried to concentrate in the rusty spots without oversaturating. You know, just because they say no drips doesn't mean I have to accept that challenge. I did the fourth coat on the base and the top off camera, then I left everything to dry and cure for a few days. Then all I had left to do was reassemble it, and this journey of a metal fire pit table makeover was done. Lesson learned for any future metal tables we have while living in Phoenix: keep them covered or clean them more often than once a decade. Regardless that I didn't get the exact look I was going for, I think this turned out pretty slick. Is this what you would have done for attempt 4? Leave me a comment and let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell, and tap all to get notified about all my videos. And be sure and come back next week when I'm making over a piece for the Spirit of Christmas collab hosted by the lovely ladies over at Second Chance Ohana. This is my first flip piece for charity, and I'm so excited to be a part of this. But that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for being here and watching. Later, peeps!